Metro Council will be meeting tonight. I'm now joined on the phone live by Councilman Freddie O'Connell with more on what's on the agenda. Councilman, good morning. We appreciate you being here. The first thing I want to ask you about are the license plate readers. I feel like we've been talking about this for so long now. So where does that discussion stand now for Council's agenda tonight?
Yes, and it's interesting, right? Because I think you have two pretty distinct factions on council, right? There is a faction that is saying, hey, let's be cautious, let's understand what this means and kind of what the implications are. And there's another faction that is much more, hey, let's move quickly, let's basically, move as quickly as we can into something that we think is going to be a very important crime-fighting tool. And so it's sort of an enthusiasts versus skeptics crowd. And right now, it's been very evenly divided. We are here again in sort of this spiral of can anybody actually secure 21 votes for either approach. And so far, over about a year's worth of conversation this term, we just haven't been able to reach a consensus or even a majority of support for either a more cautious approach or a more enthusiastic approach. And it's interesting because this has been really 2017. I joined Councilmember Rosenberg an approach that we thought established some pretty good guidelines on limiting proliferation of this without some further discussion. And I'm honestly a little bit surprised that this council's greater sense of enthusiasm for exploring this technology. So I don't know if there's been a specific particular trigger. I think this really kicked off last year with some concerns in Southeast Nashville around drag racing. But it's been a very interesting conversation so far.
Wow, and we'll definitely be interested in seeing where that conversation goes tonight. Another matter that will be up for discussion, the mayor's capital spending plan, which you unveiled last week. What did you think about that when you first saw what that plan included?
Yeah, so there are a couple of initial reactions. One, I think many of my colleagues joined me in some sense of surprise. We knew we had a fairly large capital spending plan this past winter. February, another one rolled out. And I think we knew there would probably be one in the fall, but I don't think anybody expected that the two combined would amount to a full $1 billion in capital allocation for Metro. So I think the first sense was, wow, we are really deploying a lot of capital. Now, to me personally, from a standpoint of priorities, there are a lot of great investments across both of these capital spending plans, some really good, important things we need to invest in. The strangest part to me is kind of what's missing, right? $1 billion is more than the convention center cost, right? And it's way more than the large transit projects that we've proposed that have not succeeded on an individual basis. And so to me, I'm looking at it thinking, okay, gosh, this is enough where we could really transform the way we move around the city, which is one of Nashville's top priorities right now. Or boy, if you're deploying $1 billion, you could build some serious housing with that, or start some projects, go find some matching funds. So it's interesting to me that on housing and transit, which I think are really two of the city's highest priorities, we don't really see that investment in this capital spending plan. So it's already prompted some good and healthy discussion. I was at Budget and Finance last night with a few amendments already coming up. It's probably going to get deferred, it sounds like. So we'll probably have a chance to continue this conversation after this evening, and I'll be eager to participate in that discussion.
Well, we'll be watching very closely. Councilman Freddie O'Connell, thank you so much for your time this morning. We appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks. All
right, folks, keep in mind, News 2 will be staying on top of tonight's Metro Council meeting. It starts at 6:30, so be sure to follow us at WKRN.com for the very latest on what comes out of tonight's meeting. Megan.